Most engine additives are nothing but expensive placebos that could actually damage your engine. But here's what the oil companies and parts stores don't want you to know. Some actually deliver on their promises. You've probably walked down that additive aisle wondering if any of those colorful bottles could actually help your car. Maybe your engine's making noise, burning oil, or just doesn't feel as smooth as it used to. Today we're separating the real deals from the snake oil. We tested and researched the top 10 additives that genuinely work, plus 5 popular ones that are basically liquid lies. By the end, you'll know exactly which products deserve your money and which ones belong in the trash. What they don't tell you about additives. Before we dive in, let's get real about what additives actually are. These are chemical compounds you add to your oil or fuel to improve performance, reduce wear, or clean internal parts. But here's the problem. The shelves at your local parts store are full of aftermarket engine oil additives that promise several benefits, but testing revealed red flags with many leading oil additives. Motor oil is already a very complex, precisely formulated mixture designed by engineers to perform under specific circumstances. Throwing an additive to the mix will always interfere with the base oil's properties. So most additives either do nothing or make things worse, but some actually work when used correctly. Let's start with the winners. 10 additives worth your money. At number 10 we have Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus. Techron is one of the rare fuel additives that actually lives up to its promises. This cleaner targets fuel injectors, intake valves, and combustion chambers using advanced polyethylamine technology. The secret lies in its PEA and PBA compounds, detergent additives that genuinely dissolve carbon deposits in your engine. Independent research shows PEA-based cleaners can significantly reduce carbon buildup, especially in direct injection engines that are notorious for valve fouling. Even Kia officially recommends Techron when drivers can't access top-tier fuel. For best results, use it every season or right before your oil changes. 9. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer. This thick, honey-like additive serves one purpose: keeping old, worn engines alive. Lucas works by filling the gaps in engines with loose bearing clearances, creating a protective coating that clings to metal surfaces and eliminates those scary dry starts that cause the most damage. But here's the catch. This stuff has a viscosity rating over 2,500 centistokes compared to regular oil's 60. That means it's only for high-mileage, non-turbo engines. Put this in a modern turbo engine and you'll be shopping for a new motor. Stick to older trucks and classic cars that need the extra thickness. 8. Liqui Moly Mose 2 Anti-Friction Treatment. German engineering at its finest, this additive uses molybdenum disulfide particles to create a microscopic protective layer on metal surfaces. Testing shows it can slash friction by up to 26% at operating temperature, which is why German taxi fleets have trusted it for decades. The molybdenum particles literally coat your engine internals, reducing wear where it matters most. Just remember, new engines under 5,000 miles actually need some friction to help the piston rings seat properly, so save this for older engines. At 7 it is BGMOA Motor Oil Additive. Professional mechanics swear by this one because they see the results firsthand. BGMOA stabilizes oil viscosity, neutralizes acids, and prevents carbon buildup on piston rings, the expensive stuff that can cost you thousands to fix. The formula boosts your oil's total base number, preventing acid formation that literally eats engine parts. Independent lab testing proves it can raise conventional oil's alkalinity by up to 40%. Add it with every oil change, especially if you've been running cheap oil. 6th Marvel Mystery Oil. With over 100 years on the market, this red liquid has earned its legendary status. Marvel Mystery Oil works as a fuel system cleaner, oil stabilizer, and engine cleaner all rolled into one. The detergent lubricant blend dissolves carbon deposits and frees up stuck components that would otherwise cost hundreds to repair. Its track record speaks louder than any marketing. Mechanics have been reaching for this stuff since 1923. Perfect for classic cars and high-mileage vehicles, and you can add it to both fuel and oil. 5. Seafoam Motor Treatment. This petroleum-based wonder breaks down carbon buildup without the harsh chemicals found in cheaper alternatives. Seafoam works throughout your entire fuel and oil systems, fuel tank, crankcase, or vacuum lines. The beauty is its simplicity. It's been perfecting the same basic formula for over 80 years. Thousands of users report lower oil consumption and improved performance. Just follow the dosage instructions religiously because overuse can dilute your oil's protective properties. 4. Royal Purple Max Clean Fuel System Cleaner. When a product backs up its claims with actual industry testing, you know it's legit. Royal Purple's PEA-based formula has shown measurable fuel economy improvements in controlled studies, not just marketing fluff. This cleaner targets injectors while restoring lost horsepower and reducing emissions. The concentrated formula means a little goes a long way. Use it every 3,000 to 5,000 miles for maintenance or immediately if you notice performance dropping. 3. Hotshot Secret Everyday Diesel Treatment (EDT). Modern diesel fuel has a dirty secret. The process of removing sulfur to meet emission standards also strips away the fuel's natural lubricating properties. That's where EDT comes in, solving a real problem with real science. It restores the lubricity that ultra-low sulfur diesel lacks, preventing expensive fuel system failures that can cost over $5,000. EDT also boosts cetane ratings, leading to cleaner combustion and easier cold starts. This isn't optional for modern diesel engines. It's essential maintenance. At 2 we have ZDDP Engine Oil Additive. Here's the additive that separates the pros from the parts store heroes. ZDDP creates a phosphate glass coating on metal surfaces when heated, providing crucial protection during break-in and long-term operation. Modern oils have slashed ZDDP levels to protect catalytic converters, leaving older engines vulnerable. Flat-tappet engines need at least 1,000 parts per million ZDDP, but modern oils max out at 800 parts per million. Without enough zinc protection, your cam lobes and lifters will literally wipe themselves out. Absolutely essential for pre-1994 vehicles and any performance engine. At 1, we have the amazing ArcOil AR9100 Friction Modifier. The crown jewel of engine additives uses cutting-edge nanobarat technology to create an incredibly slippery protective film. Independent testing shows significant wear reduction and fuel economy improvements that you can actually measure. While it's especially effective for high-pressure diesel injectors plagued by stiction problems, it works wonders in gasoline engines too. Racing teams use this stuff because it literally frees up horsepower by reducing internal friction. Add it during oil changes and feel the difference. Let's discuss the Hall of Shame. 5 additives to avoid. Teflon-based oil additives, Slick 50. These products promise that PTFE particles will create a friction-free surface that bonds to your engine's metal parts. Sounds high-tech, right? NASA engineers discovered that PTFE actually accumulates in oil filters and passages instead of bonding to anything. The Federal Trade Commission was so fed up with the false advertising that they slapped Slick 50 with a $10 million fine back in 1997. These additives can actually damage your engine by clogging the very oil passages designed to keep it lubricated. Stay far away. Engine rebuilders with soft metals. When a product claims it can rebuild missing engine parts by infusing copper, silver, and lead into your oil, that's your first red flag. Soft metals floating around in an additive cannot magically repair hardened steel cylinder walls. That's just fantasy marketing. What these products really are is expensive thickening agents that might temporarily mask symptoms while accelerating wear behind the scenes. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. You're not fixing anything, just making it worse. Cheap octane boosters. Here's some math that'll save you money. A single octane point is only 0.1 of the actual rating. So when that flashy bottle promises 10+ point gains, you're only going from 91 to 92 octane. Real performance improvements need much bigger jumps, like 91 to 95. These cheap boosters are mathematically incapable of delivering meaningful results. Plus, if they contain MMT, you'll get orange deposits on your spark plugs and oxygen sensors that can cost over $1,000 to clean up. STP oil treatment. This thick, syrupy additive promises to reduce wear and quiet engine noise. The problem is it makes your oil so viscous that it can't flow properly through modern engine passages. Your oil pump wasn't designed to move honey, and when oil can't circulate efficiently, you get more wear, not less. Modern engines need properly flowing oil for lubrication and cooling. STP interferes with both. Water-to-fuel conversion additives. These products claim they can turn water into burnable fuel for better efficiency. This violates basic chemistry and physics so fundamentally that no reputable laboratory will even dignify it with testing. It's pure snake oil designed to separate desperate car owners from their money. If someone could actually turn water into fuel, they'd be the richest person on Earth, not selling bottles at auto parts stores. Engine diagnosis. Does your car need additives? Additives aren't magic bullets, but in the right situations, they can extend engine life, improve performance, and save you thousands in repairs. Your engine has over 100,000 miles, and you're noticing oil consumption or small leaks. This is prime additive territory. High-mileage engines benefit from oil stabilizers and seal conditioners that can buy you years of additional service. You're driving a classic car or anything built before 1994 with a flat tappet camshaft. ZDDP additives aren't optional, they're mandatory. Modern oils don't have enough zinc to protect these older valve trains, and without it, you'll destroy your cam in short order. Cold start problems, rough idle, or poor throttle response often indicate carbon buildup that fuel system cleaners can actually solve. If you're stuck using lower quality gasoline regularly, periodic fuel treatments will keep your injectors and valves clean. Here's when to avoid additives completely. Your car is under warranty because some manufacturers will void coverage if they find aftermarket additives. You're already using high-quality synthetic oil with proper change intervals. You don't need to fix what isn't broken. Most importantly, don't rely on additives to fix major mechanical problems like rod knock or compression issues. They're maintenance tools, not miracle cures. The golden rule is simple. Additives are like vitamins for your engine. They're useful when you have a good foundation, but dangerous if you're relying on them to fix a fundamentally unhealthy situation. Don't get fooled. Your additive shopping checklist. Things to look for in additives. Independent testing results. ASTM, SAE, ISO standards. Clear labeling with application instructions. PEA-based fuel cleaners. ZDDP-based friction modifiers for older engines. Transparent ingredient disclosure. Avoid these at all cost. Products with wild claims but no data. Multi-purpose miracle formulas. Anything without proper MSDS documentation. Products that sound too good to be true. The future of additives. As engines become smaller and more stressed, the demand for protective additives is growing. Fuel additives can be blended with base fuel to improve thermophysical properties, leading to lower fuel consumption and optimized performance. The future belongs to educated drivers who understand their engines and treat them right. Good additives used correctly can extend engine life and improve performance. On the other hand, bad additives or misused good ones can cost you thousands. Hit subscribe and like button if you learned something new, and I will see you in the next one.